Hello everyone, I'm back and today we're building a shepherd's hut, which, as the name suggests, would have been a hut for a shepherd with wheels that they would pull around with them while they're on the go, doing their shepherdy things, and would be a place to sleep and eat, a little toilet, and just something very useful for them, which I feel has become something very trendy at the moment that people are turning into mainly sort of like staycation places. Could just be a tiny home, like on its own right, but I feel like it's more likely to be somewhere where you'd go and stay for a couple of nights in the countryside, very romantic, secluded. So yeah, I thought we'd give it a go. I felt like everyone on my social media has been staying in one of these recently. I just feel like it's just obviously the thing to do. So I thought, yeah, let's give it a go and build one in the Sims. Because I feel like the Sims would appreciate a new rental lot, especially in Granite Falls, because I feel like they always need somewhere new to stay. So yeah, and I wanted to build it having its own sort of like lake pond moment, and it even has like a hot tub, which I wanted to be right down by the water. So we'll see that in a minute. That's why I've like made it up on a hill. Which I know is a little bit strange because it's obviously a very small lot that I'm working on, so the hill just kind of comes out of nowhere, but in my mind I'm like, we're out in like the vast like outdoors, so there'll be like loads of space and it wouldn't be as just like plop, here's a little hill. But yeah, I wanted it to be like over the water, so had to do that. But yeah, I think it turns out really cute, and would enjoy to stay there myself, but alas, it's on The Sims, so we can't. Now, for the wheels, you may have seen that I used I'm going to call it like harvesting tools that came with the cottage living pack. So I try and hide that a little bit with grass in a minute, because you can see now there's like the creeping out. If you look closely underneath the hut, there's like these curved pieces, which obviously would be like harvesting things on a farm, which obviously wouldn't normally be there, it'd just be the wheels, but these wheels are just so perfect for this style. So yeah, here I am covering up, well, trying to hide it a little bit just so it's not so obvious from when it's like you're looking from far away. But yeah, these wheels I thought were so perfect for this build, rather than using, obviously I know there's like the trailer in debug, which is like also perfect for any like trailery type of thing you're gonna make. But yeah, I wanted this to have slightly different wheels, and these are really great. So we're just kind of pretending that we cannot see the harvesty part of the wheels, because the rest of the wheels are just great. So yeah, so I wanted this to be quite romantic, and it's definitely just for two people. I mean, obviously, because you can't really fit many beds in a tiny home like this. But yeah, I thought it'd be somewhere really nice. You could come and stay rather than going somewhere exotic as a couple. So I know like that's kind of like, obviously you've got Solani and things, maybe that's where like a honeymoon place would stay. And I don't think you'd necessarily come here on like a honeymoon, but like just like a romantic getaway, going out in the sticks and just being at one with nature. I just thought it was quite a nice vibe, but still luxurious. Like not super luxurious, but it's comfy, right? Like they don't have to worry about not having like hot water or their toilet being outside. It's like inside. Quite nice. But I feel like recently I've done quite a few like tiny homes or like small little builds like this, or like converted vehicles of types. And yeah, I'm feeling like George Clarke's Amazing Spaces at the moment, which is a great show if you've not heard of it or don't know about it. He's an architect, I think, I'm not sure, and he has like a whole series of shows, but there's one called like George Clarke's Amazing Spaces, and it's like they go and work with people who are converting, I don't know, like, I mean, something like this, or like my tram, canal boat, and they're converting them into tiny homes, or maybe like a bar or something, like just something functional, making it functional for whatever the person needs. But yeah, I'm just like, feel like we're just riding that train at the moment. We're just going with it. I'm really enjoying it. It's just happening, really, just the way it was. And yeah, I'm just really trying to make it like not be too like, oh, here's a hill and like there's just like a hill and nothing around it. I'm trying to make it seem a bit like natural by putting some landscaping and just like, I don't know, trying to get to blend in a little bit better to where it is in the world. I could have built this in Hertford on Bagley, to be fair. It would have been like, I could have used a big lot and it could have just been like they're in the middle of the countryside, which maybe is more likely where it would be, but I thought a woodland area was quite nice for it, quite sweet. But yeah. And you'll see I put loads of like rocks underneath the shepherd's hut, or like terrain painted rocks, because in my mind it'd be all like gravelled. So that's why that's like that. And I don't know if you can see, I did put, it's really small, so it's like really hard to notice, to be honest. From here it's like, is it even there? I put this debug piece on the front of the hut, which is supposed to look like sort of like where the hook would be to like pull the trailer along, or the hut along, or attach it to something to pull it along, if you know what I mean. And it also, because I think it's kind of like a lamppost type thing, it's like a street, that's what it's meant to be in debug. So it's like so it sticks out like really nice, looks amazing, looks like a little hook, but it sticks all the way down to the ground as well, which I thought was quite fun, because I thought it looked like something that kind of was holding it in place, so that the hut obviously wouldn't like roll away or like roll down the hill, because that'd be a bit unfortunate in the middle of the night. So the idea is that is sticking into the stones, and that is keeping it like anchored to the ground. But yes, so we are on the inside now, and you can see it's squished, but I think it doesn't feel that squished, to be honest. I think the layout works quite well for the space we have, and I knew I wanted to have that little stove, or like burner, sorry, and I kind of put it on an angle, but then like slide it into the corner more, just so it's like right out the way and it's not taking like a load of space, if you know what I mean. And then you'll see I put that debug like funnel, I don't really know what to call that, like to attach, because obviously it's not against the wall, which I thought looked really weird. The pipe was just like chilling in the air, so I put that debug funnel type thing like as if it was attached to it, and then obviously one pokes out the top of the hut, so it just kind of looks like the pipe just goes up and out, and yeah, just like quite seamless. And then this bed area, you'll see me move that little one tile wall a million gazillion times, but I feel like in a lot of these like converted shepherd huts, or just converted little vehicles, the bed area is often like, I don't know, like sort of all like all cabined in, if you know what I mean. So they have like all storage around it, and it might even be up high, so there's loads of storage underneath, but obviously Sims wouldn't allow me to do that. So I tried to create this by obviously boarding up the end of the bed, having the hanging space there, and creating this like, I don't know, enclosed moment, but it's not a whole different room, because obviously that would just make it too closed off, I thought. So having this kind of half open space, I felt like you could kind of shut away at night and you'd feel like in a different room, but then it's also not too making it feel even smaller. So yeah, so I used this curtain so that they could divide it in the night, shut the curtain when they want to go to sleep, and then hook it up during the day so it doesn't feel all enclosed. I thought that was quite sweet. That's where I was going with that one. And then the rest is just like some nice colours, really, just pops of colour here and there. You'll see I chose to make it quite a bright blue on the outside, which I thought was quite fun. Maybe the person who renovated it just, wanted it to stand out a little bit. And then the inside is just sort of like soft colours, do you know what I mean? So like yellows and blues. It's just like nice, because it would be like nice. And then here, I really wanted to put a washing machine, because I just felt like this is the type of place that would have one. But I do end up taking that out off camera, because obviously it wouldn't work, and I was like, it annoyed me that it looked nice, but they wouldn't be able to use it. And so, yeah, in the end, I just make that, it's just a space where there's still a dishwasher, but they can use that space to, cook or whatever they want on it, prep food. So yeah. And you'll also see I put a mirror backsplash in the kitchen, which I don't know what you guys think, because I wouldn't ever have one in my house, I don't think, but they seem like super, super popular at the moment. I feel like a lot of people are putting mirrored backsplashes in their kitchen, and it works really well on The Sims, because obviously if you want to put tiles like behind the oven, the sink, or just the countertops, you have to use a whole wallpaper. But when you use a whole wallpaper, it means it doesn't like flow potentially from, like, for example, this is one room space. So if I'd have to put the tiles throughout the whole room. You know what I mean? Otherwise it wouldn't just like blend seamlessly from the lounge into where the tiles are. So saying this, wouldn't it be great? I know there's some CC out there, but wouldn't it be great to have in-game, like, the way you can put the mirror on the wall, just like some tiles, and then it's just like tiles for the backsplash? That'd be really, really great. Because, yeah, I used the mirror to do that so that I didn't have to change the wallpaper and it was all just seamless. But I don't know, it's quite intense. I feel like it would be quite intense cooking on a stove and it's just like just staring at yourself. But anyway. And this is the hot tub moment I was talking about, which I lowered. I wish I could have it really low, like literally at water level, which I could, to be fair, if I could lower it more and then step down the platform, if you see what I mean. You could take steps down into the platform. But yeah, I didn't do that. So this is as low as it gets. And you do have to add a step to go down into this as well. You don't see me do it, but because I do it off camera, because I don't know why I swear I've had Sims be able to get into the hot tub at that level before, but for some reason not today, so that's changed. But anyway, we have whizzed through that and we have ended the video, so I will leave you with some screenshots and see you in the next one.